the Sinclair C5 and a wobbly bridge. Those and other disasters, light-heartedly reviewed, seemed like a good idea in half an hour here on BBC One.
A magnificent setting, two great teams. What drama here.
It's Wright for Arsenal. Ian Wright yet again.
Not good. Tuffnell's got him.
No way! Oh dear.
And look at that! And here comes Hurt. He's got some people on the pitch. They think it's all over. It is now.
Hello and welcome to They Think It's All Over. With Ian and Rory is a comedian and West Ham fan who says he stopped going to Upton Park because he keeps getting pestered, mainly by the West Ham manager who'd kill for someone with his pace, Phill Jupitus. With Phil and Jonathan, there's a sports presenter and broadcaster who for 7 years was Britain's #1 tennis player until that fateful day when a posh young man from Oxfordshire appeared on the scene and told Greg Rosetsky to move to England. Andrew Castle. We start the show with a football question. Ian, Rory and Phil, have a look at this. Here's tattooed talisman David Beckham hitting the highs and the lows in the recent World Cup qualifier against Wales. But Beckham claimed he had a good reason for fouling Ben Thatcher and then picking up a yellow card. And it proved he's not as stupid as people reckon. So how does that work out, Ian's team?
I wouldn't put him down as a master criminal, coming out saying that he got booked on purpose.
He was like a Bond villain. It was like, yes, and this is why I did it, the words.
Right, that's just a bit of professionalism though, mate, isn't it?
No. Leading into the Christmas period, like, I know players who would get suspended on purpose so as they could spend Christmas with their families.
And who would those players be, Ian Wright?
None of your business, mate. I don't really like the knocking of Becks because,
No.
you know, I think he's brilliant. And the thing about it is, as well, is, like, everybody's making this massive thing about, like, you know, because he's come out and...
He's come out?
Is that what the...
Listen, Rory and I will shut up. Tell us more.
He's come out and said that, you know, he got booked on purpose, you know, because it's against Azerbaijan, right?
Yeah.
We don't any one of those.
And, like, you know, what is the big deal? It's just like, so what? Who cares, really? You know, as long as he's there for the next game when we need him to score a free kick in the last minute, everyone's going to forget it.
Thank you, Sepp Blatter. He's got those silly tattoos, hasn't he, on him? What do you think of tattoos?
I love tattoos.
Yeah? He's got two new ones. He's got one here that says arse and one here that says elbow.
It's when he went to... It was like the worst ever episode of Scooby-Doo. It was like he went to the media and he went, and I'd have got away with it if it wasn't for me. I mean, that is basically cheating, what he's admitting to doing. Would there be any sort of discipline for that? Would he be punished? Would Sven lock him in a room with a flat-pack wardrobe and an Allen key and say, do your first? He'll be back in 2 weeks. If it is together, you are still the captain.
That's Sven, who, of course, is famously from Transylvania. Build me a coffin. I must sleep now.
Sven, I mean, he likes hanging around. He gives Beckham a sort of free rein, doesn't he?
Beckham is in charge of the team.
True. Is he?
And you know why? Because Beckham is the babe magnet, isn't he? And of course, Sven, that's why Sven does so well with women. Must be, isn't it? Because they say, "Oh, Mr. Eriksson, can you introduce me to David Beckham?" He says, "No, I can do better than that because I've got Mr. Beckham's phone number. It's written underneath my cock."
You know what was quite terrifying there?
This is his home number, this is his mobile. This is his home number, this is his mobile.
Can I just say what really upset me there was I'm sitting opposite Rory and he was not only looking at me when he said that, his eyes were twinkling in such a way I know he's used that line himself.
What
should the referee have sent him off, maybe?
Well, what for? All he's done is a foul. He told him afterwards that he'd done it on purpose.
Well, it's not much of an injury, though, is it, Ian?
What's that?
It's rib. He had a cracked rib.
You know what I mean? Bert Troutman, let's go back, way back.
He didn't know. He didn't know he'd broken
He broke his neck.
He didn't know that.
But it was a broken neck.
He carried on.
Yeah. Dixie Dean played 6 games for him and he was dead.
And he scored in 3 of them. Come on, I'll cheer you at 3 points if we establish what the answer is.
He
wanted to miss
deliberately got sent off because he wanted a suspension, yada, yada, blah, blah, bling, bling.
Got booked. Yeah. I'll give you 3 points.
Thank you very much.
In fact, Beckham claimed that he'd purposely set out to get a yellow card, which would mean he'd missed the next qualifier against Azerbaijan. He'd collected an injury in a clash with Thatcher earlier in the match, and he knew that he'd missed the next game anyway. As the great man said, "I'm sure some people think that I've not got the brains to be that clever, but I do have the brains. I could feel the injury, so I fouled Thatcher." David Beckham's broken rib had a disastrous knock-on effect for the rest of the team. Gary Neville had to play the next game nursing a broken heart. And here is just how much David's goal meant to Gary. Wayne Rooney also suffered a nasty rib injury recently. He burnt his tongue licking the barbecue rack. David Beckham has since suffered a further injury. He slipped on the frost in the marital bedroom. Phil, Jonathan and Andrew, it's a golfing question for you. Here's journeyman American golfer Todd Hamilton unexpectedly winning the Open at Troon this summer. But how did an elephant play a part in Todd Hamilton's victory? Phil's team.
I'm not a professional golfer, more semi-pro. I tell you, I always get it right through the windmill, right into the... What is his timing? I wonder if maybe he'd ridden an elephant. Have you ever ridden an elephant?
Probably.
Instead of a golf ball. He's toured India and Pakistan and weeks have gone by where he hasn't known
you probably ridden a lot of boredom, isn't there? If you're sitting on the back of a great grey thing, you must know it's not like a car.
Elephant ears. Elephant ears in golf is all I can think of. If you don't get the ball beyond the ladies' tee when you're driving off, you've got to get your...
No!
Todd Hamilton was raised in Illinois, in a small town. He was raised in Illinois.
By elephants?
He was no. Circus came to town in 1974, and they put an elephant in the middle of this town called Akakwa or something like that, and this lightning struck the tree, hit the elephant died, and that's not bullshit. That's got to earn us a point.
That's close enough. I'll give you 3 points.
Oh, good man. Well done, son.
It is all down to Todd Hamilton's hometown of Akakwa, once most famous for a dead elephant killed by lightning and burned in the town square. As he walked off the final green, having won the Open, Hamilton was heard to say, "That should make me more famous than the dead elephant." Todd Hamilton's desire to be famous in his hometown came true. The next morning, the local paper had a huge headline that read, "Famous elephant inspires some golfer to victory." Todd Hamilton was delighted when he found out that his local fast food chain had started selling a Toddzilla burger until he discovered that it was in fact named after the 1938 Open champion, Toddzilla Burger. And at the end of that round, Phil's team has 3 points and Ian's team has 3 points. Now for the physical challenge. This week we've laid on a Versa climber. So if you could bring that on, please.
Oh, we're crying out loud.
It's to show how fit you are. Now, obviously, the quicker you climb, the quicker the pictures get revealed and the more points you get.
Who's first this week?
Ian's team.
Hey, we might get my exhaust back.
OK, Ian's team first. Are you ready?
Good night, Ian.
Time starts now. Go.
Go, Ryan.
Go on, Ian. Go on. There's your picture there. Come on! Come on, Wright.
Who is it? It's that geezer, Glazer.
Malcolm Glazer, yes, well done, Ian.
This is really good, man.
Come on, go.
Oh, Red Rum. Oh, it's not. It's
Terry Butcher.
Terry Butcher, yes.
very
Oh,
good.
my God,
That
that's
was
horrible.
good. Well done, Ian.
Come on.
Go on, Ian. You're almost there. You're almost there.
Frankie Bolt.
Yes, well done, Ian.
Faster, Rory. We can't see the picture.
It's like shagging Vanessa Phelps with it.
Come on.
Go on, Strachan.
Go on, second.
Ramsey.
Dr. Crippen.
No, it's not murder.
OK, I'm sorry, I'm thrown.
Tiger Woods.
Who is that? Hey, Brian Lara.
Brian Lara, yes. Well done. Phil, you ready? Yeah. Go.
Jump over, Phil.
Go on, Phil. Phil, he's pocket.
Push it. Push it.
It's
Bernard Langer. Bernard Langer.
Go on, Phil.
Come on, man. Push it harder.
Dana Ross.
Who's that?
Coordination.
Batman. Fathers for Justice.
De Freitas, well done.
That's hard. We got hard one. That's hard. That's hard.
You've got a pocket, Phil.
Look. What's going on?
Bondage.
Driver.
I know who it is.
Michael Johnson.
Michael Johnson, yeah.
It's like climbing the north face of Jordan.
Yes.
Ray Parler.
Ray Parler, Mr. Ray Parler.
You're doing so well.
Work it, Johnny, work it.
Bob Willis.
Bob Willis is finished. Well done, Jonathan.
Work it, Johnny, work it. Work it, Johnny, work it. Work it, Johnny, work it. 2 months! 2 months! Work it, Johnny, work
So,
it.
at the end of that round, Phil's team has 9 points and Ian's team has 9 points. Round 3 is the treble, where sports people are paired with things. Ian's team, your subject for the treble is the secrets of my success, and your 3 are Arsenal's Spanish hotshot Jose Antonio Reyes, twinkle-eyed Irish Ryder Cup regular Podrick Harrington, and Tyson-conquering British boxer Danny Williams. But which one puts his success down to new shoes? Who's been helped by a Volvo? And which one reckons it's all down to gnomes? Ian's team.
I like gnomes, but in particular, I like dwarfs.
They don't all know where the Lucky Charms are.
I think Jose Antonio Reyes, the Arsenal hotshot, used to... he had 11 gnomes in his garden. I think he used to dribble around them to practice his skills. The 11 gnomes went on to beat Scotland in the World Cup qualifier.
Danny Williams with the Volvo.
Why? Did he just drive it into Tyson repeatedly?
He used to push it with his, for training.
I think now he's beaten Tyson. Will Tyson now go into pantomime? Because that's quite a frightening thought, isn't it, Mike Tyson in pantomime, do you think?
I think the frightening thought is Tyson being behind you.
He's pushing it with his missus and kids in it to train.
Right.
Yeah?
Maybe.
So it means that Parrot Harrington's these shoes.
Okay. Lucky shoes.
I'll give you 3 points for that. Well done, 3 out of 3. Jose Antonio Reyes practices his football skills by dribbling around garden gnomes and using 2 of them as goalposts. Podrick Harrington reckons his new self-designed golf shoes added an extra 15 yards to his drive. And Danny Williams' training routine for his fight with Mike Tyson involved pushing his trainer's Volvo up a hill. Although Williams smelt a rat when the trainer made him push a lawnmower around his garden, a hoover around his living room, and, as a warm-down, empty the dishwasher and do a spot of babysitting. Podrick Harrington claims his shoes helped his drive. The last time an Irishman promised to add 15 yards to my drive, it cost me 10 grand, and he never turned up. Phil's team, your subject for the treble is unfortunate comparisons, and your 3 are... Yorkshire and England paceman Matthew Hoggard. The lad himself, Wayne Rooney. And super serving world number 2, Andy Roddick. But which one was compared to Lord Voldemort? Which one was compared to a Jedi Knight? And who was likened to a sheep? Phil's team.
Lord what was the first one?
Lord Voldemort.
Lord Voldemort. You know Lord Voldemort from the Harry Potter books?
I think he's a twat.
What?
Harry Potter twat, mate.
How come? Have you read the book?
And he little glasses, always goes to school, wanker.
Have you?
That was an announcement on behalf of the campaign to stop bullying in schools. From Phill Tufnell. Goodness me!
They're good books. They're good.
Mate.
Have you read any of them?
No.
Well, what can you possibly? But then what's the difference between that and Star Wars then? Do you like Star Wars?
I love Star Wars.
Well, Star Wars is rubbish compared to Harry Potter.
No, Chewbacca, fantastic.
Chewbacca's just a bloke in a really bad suit. He looks like the bear out of bloody Rainbow.
Well, that's
But this guy Roddick, let me tell you, 155-mile-an-hour serve this year. 155. None of this, whatever you bowl at, 94-mile-an-hour business.
I wish I did bowl at 94. I wouldn't be sat here. I'll tell you, I'll still be going.
Andy Roddick, as well, is an exceptional sportsman. His athleticism is exceptional, he's second to none, and not only is he a brilliant all-rounder, he also finds time to run the body shop, which I think is...
Yeah, that is...
I can't think that Rooney is any way compared to Harry Potter. I don't think he can be linked in any way. Although Hogwarts, he has been known to... but they always charge him, don't they? Mm-hmm. It's extra for Hufflepuff. Mm-hmm. And a £5 more if you want to go up the old Dumbledore, if you know what I mean. I think Rooney could well be the Jedi Knight.
Why?
Well, because
With ears like
I've never
that?
seen him in Star Wars, but I know for a fact that on a regular basis he defeats Pizza the Hut.
Roddick was on a Weakest Link, and he was asked what a female sheep was, and he went, bah. And it looked just like that sheep does there.
Come on, let's have an answer, boys.
Right, Rooney, Jedi Knight, because when he's playing football, he can feel
He feels the force. The force is with him.
Roddick because he said bar, and Hoggard because it's like Hogwarts, hog.
Hogwarts Express.
You get 1 out of 3. In fact, shaggy-haired Matthew Hoggard was compared to a Pennine sheep. Wayne Rooney was credited with Jedi Knight vision for his ability to see much more than his opponents on the field of play. And Andy Roddick was likened to Harry Potter's nemesis, Lord Voldemort, the master of the dark arts, in his rivalry with Roger Federer. A typical Andy Roddick serve sees the ball travelling at up to 155 miles an hour. The only thing served faster in tennis is a Boris Becker paternity suit. Wayne Rooney's younger brother, John, has recently been poached by Manchester United. As a spokesman said, if Wayne's hungry, we'll stop at nothing. And at the end of that round, Phil's team has 10 points and Ian's team has 12.
Yeah!
Blindfolds time now as we play Phil the Sportsman. Ian and Rory, you're up first. If you'd like to take your positions, take your blindfolds with you. You have a suitable amount of time. OK, ready? Can we have our first mystery guest, please? Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. In a second.
What's that noise?
Wait a second. OK, your time starts now.
What a...
I don't know, I can't find it. He's not here, he's gone. Oh, what's that?
Wow.
That's you in the room.
Bloody hell.
Hey. Hey.
It's a bloody clever... it's a sea lion.
What's going on?
I don't know. Oh! It's somebody lying down.
Hey, he's fit.
He's... somebody lying down playing with a football. Is it Wayne Rooney waiting for one of his dates to turn up?
Hey.
Oh, what's that? What is it? You got a ball?
Where? Hang on, I'll get it.
Get the ball in. Get the ball. Give us a clue.
I don't like it, man.
Have you got the ball? Have you got the ball? Have you got the ball in?
Wait a minute. Let me... hang on. Hey, wait a minute. Get the ball. Rory, is there a ball there? Get the ball. Get the ball. No, that's not the ball.
Time's running out, Ian. Time's running out.
Is that keep?
Yeah.
It's a keep. Oh!
Do you remember his name, Ian?
Watch this.
Do you remember his name? No. It's very difficult blindfolded.
Mr. Wu.
Mr. Wu is the correct answer. The world.
That is amazing.
OK, Phill and Jonathan, if you'd like to take your positions, please.
You do a bit of that right.
Oh, you just didn't give me a chance to get hold of the ball.
Hey?
Blindfolds on.
It might
Blindfolds on.
I bet it's a sumo or something like that.
Phill and Jonathan, for safety reasons, I'm going to have to ask you to leave the studio.
Watch out, Phil!
Right, so just take them round the back.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
OK, boys.
Jonathan, watch out! Get him.
Come on. OK.
Just grab him. Just grab him.
By the ball.
Just pass him.
OK, can we have the equipment in, please? OK, can we have Jonathan and Phill back on, please?
Watch out, John. This is some serious shit.
Can we have our second mystery guest, please?
What, anything, Phil? What?
What's happened there?
I think Rory's waters have finally burst. Are you wet?
I'm soaking, mate. Every show, I do this of Jack Cousteau. Has Phill Jupitus just exploded?
There's a man who knows where to win his money.
Like I fell out of the pool there. Oh.
Listen to that.
Oh, I want to go wee now.
I think he just has.
It's just like when you're in the swimming pool, you always dive for a piss, don't you?
No, Phil.
Is it?
Actually,
I've got
I'm
a bloke
41.
Here, a bloke in a swim... Oh, he's shivering.
Hold it, but where did he come from? Where did you come from?
Mars.
But he was here and he just jumped in. He must have just jumped in off the desk or something. Is he a desk jumper?
Is it a free faller? Space diver?
Is it Mr. Wu?
Sort of. You're nearly there.
Space diver? Free baser?
No. Free baser is something quite different, Phil.
He's jumped into a very small swimming pool.
Is he a small swimming pool jumper?
I'll give you the points. It's Danny Higginbottom, the man who's done the highest shallow dive in the world. Was it really good? I wish I hadn't come out. Was it good?
Well done, Danny!
I didn't see it.
Well done,
The noise is quite good. Look, it's quite good old noise.
Great noise.
Fantastic. And so at the end of that round, Phil's team has 13 points and Ian's team has 50. And for those of you who missed it, here's that dive again in slow motion. Okay, we end with the name game. The team in the lead goes first, which is Ian's team. So, Phil, if you could pass those along to Rory, as many names as you can, in the allotted time. And that time starts now.
He's a golfer. He drove the fastest milk cart in the West.
Ernie Hills.
Very, very good indeed. Irritating Welsh player. That doesn't...
Robbie Savage.
It doesn't narrow it down, I know, sorry. Another chippy, whinging, plays for Newcastle.
Oh.
Always...
Craig Bellamy.
Yeah, that's one. American boxer. Second name... last part of second name, knife, fork and...
Spoon.
And if you imagine a spoon...
Tim Witherspoon.
That's very good. This is a footballer who had a famous crap hit with Glenn Hoddle, whose name it rhymes with. That's very good indeed. It's Fulham's French midfielder. Think of
Steve
the Avengers.
Steve Melbrook.
Very good indeed. He said this one, if you assassinate someone, you're called a...
Assassinator.
No.
Tell us the hitman.
Yeah! Right, this is the something always rings twice.
The postman.
But if the postman didn't have an N on the end, it would be...
Postman.
Goalkeeper, plays for Aston Villa. German for Stephen.
Stefan Posma.
Very good indeed.
Ten.
All right, here we go.
Time starts now.
Come on. All right, OK. What noise is a cow make?
Moo.
If there were two of them...
Moo. Double moo.
Rebecca
Moo.
Moos. More moos.
Twice of the moos would be...
Double moo.
He's a Chelsea player. He failed a drug test. Mutu. There you go. All right. Thank you. His name was Riley. Queen Elizabeth sent him off. He came back with... Right, that's his first name is Walter. Second name is... if you like ale, you like John...
John Smith.
There you go, Walter Smith. Thank you very much. When you run around naked, not at night, but if you're on a football pitch and you said, I want to run naked, you're doing a...
Streak.
And the first name is...
Heath Streak.
Heath Streak. Well done. Right, yeah.
Come on.
We were talking about that tennis player. He had an elephant. He liked an elephant. What do we call an elephant? A friendly name for an elephant?
Dumbo.
Yeah, but... generically. Dumbo. Why don't you Dumbo? Jumbo. OK, second name.
Azaki. Yes.
All right, OK.
Come on.
This could be tricky. All right, first name is In the Shadows. His name was Marvin. First name...
Hagler.
Hank. Well done. If you take your hand and bundle it up into a small ball...
That's quite rude.
OK.
Fish.
And then if you were to insert that into perhaps a glove puppet, you would be a...
Up the jackson.
No, what's that?
What was the first one?
It's fist, and then you would be a...
Fist.
Hang on. I'll give you that.
I was trying to be delicate there.
Fist.
All right, the second name of this Australian cricketer is either a big hammer or an annoying breakfast TV presenter.
Langer.
No, not... What's Langer?
Langer.
A hammer. What do you call a big hammer?
A club.
Jimmy
Mallet.
Timmy Mallet. OK. First name is...
You gave him that. Ashley Mallet.
Yes, well done. All right.
You've won. Well done. They've won. Well done.
So, Phil's team has 19 points, but this week's winner is Ian's team with 22. So, thanks to Ian, Rory and Phil, Jonathan and Andrew. My name's Nick Hancock. They think it's all over. It is now.
We've all done, said and thought the wrong things at the wrong time. But what makes a classic cock-up? Stick around here on BBC One and find out in It Seemed Like a Good Idea next.